Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Maya and you guys clicked on today's video because you could be desiring getting out of the cycle of being single, chronically single for that matter. And that's why in today's video, I want to go over the top 3 habits that could very well be keeping you in this loop of being lonely, being single. And don't get me wrong, the season of being single can be of your benefit, but not when it's being prolonged because of your inability to do new things to get you the results you so desire. And that's why I'm here to lead us down a path of self-reflection for you. Investigate your life, your habits, your self-talk that could be playing into the results you're seeing. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into today's video. And starting off with the number 1 habit that's keeping most people chronically single is actually their inability to get out of their comfort zone, stepping past just their norm and into new territory, to meeting new people, to experiencing new things, and being a participant with what you so desire. Because it's one thing to want a relationship, you guys, and it's one thing to be sick and tired of being single and seeing that result again and again. But if you're seeing the same results, it's because you're not doing anything on the micro level of your habits. And that's why your habits reveal to you are doing about your life. And if you are serious about getting into a relationship, what can you do this week to show yourself that you're actually serious about seeing new evidence? And this could be taking up a yoga class. This could be going to some sort of networking event where there's similar like-minded people for you to converse with and get to know on just a friendly level, you guys. A lot of people put so much pressure on themselves where they have to say the perfect thing. They have to do this, be that. And they get lost within their own thought system and they just kind of give up. They put the towel down and say, you know what? I'm going to just go back into my normal routine because it's what is familiar to me. But guess what, you guys? Everything new lies outside of your comfort zone. So the habit that is keeping you stuck is the habit of doing things on a day-to-day basis that are the same, because the same old routines will never lead you to new opportunities. And isn't that what you're wanting? You clicked on today's video because you're sick and you're tired of being single. So what are you going to do about it? And with that in mind, how can you motivate yourself on a day-to-day basis to keep going? Because I get it. You watch one video like this, you feel super inspired, and the next day, all this information is wiped from your system. So remember my words when I say if you want to see any new results, you have to participate in new things. The second habit that could be keeping you single is your idea of what perfect is and overthinking the smaller details that truthfully don't really matter in the long term. And what I mean by this is you feel like you have to be fully healed or fully confident in order for you to go up to a woman and ask her for her number or for her Instagram or something that could connect you to. You limit yourself through thought because you're not perfect yet, or the image of perfect is something that you're striving for but isn't real. Where you're at right now, men, is perfect, and you have to work with what you've got. And by you knowing this, you actually get to free yourself from the blockages that come because you're unwilling to take action. Action when it comes to you as a man being single is what's going to get you out of this loop. Because if you can't take action, you will not see any change in the outside world. And of course, you should be doing things while single that's actually bettering your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual understanding of what your desires are, your needs are, and your values are. So you can actually lead relationships from that standpoint rather than insecurities or putting women on a pedestal because she's beautiful. All things like this are not even going to lead you into healthy relationships to begin with. And That's something we're all deserving of, but we have to actually believe that within ourselves first and foremost in order for us to see that on the outside level. So going back to my initial statement, stop overthinking the smaller details. What right now is keeping you stuck? It's you. It's you. No one else is keeping you single. If you're not happy with who you are as a man, maybe you're overweight, maybe you lack the confidence that you feel like you need, you better be doing something about that now so you're actually at least making traction towards being in the embodiment of a man that you're proud of. And a woman will sense this and she will see that radiate off of you when you've accomplished your own sense of self instead of getting that from the outside world or from your friends, from your parents, from previous past relationships that are telling you who you are. What is your self-concept like? And if you do not have a strong self-concept as a man, you are going to be very vulnerable and fragile when entering relationships that will actually may lead you into feeling weaker, more insecure, and taken advantage of. Because women can smell weakness on a man. And for some women, this is a huge turnoff. And for others, they will use you for their advantage. And you don't want to be in that position. So start working on the smaller details of your life. And ending today's video with habit number 3, which has everything to do with you not having a clear vision for what you are actually desiring in a partner. Because if you don't know what you're looking for, you guys, you're gonna have a very difficult time finding it because there is zero clarity. And we must first and foremost have the clarity, the ability to participate with our imagination while being single of what type of person would I actually want to have by my side? What values would I respect her having? And conjuring up an image, an idea, a feeling, an emotion of how you would want that relationship to go. Now, you guys, listen, it's never going to be perfect. And we can cut ourselves off from a lot of amazing people because we don't think they're the one and we don't even give them a chance. When you start declaring you're ready for a relationship, you actually have to be more open and receptive to receiving. And first and foremost, you need to receive the idea of how a woman would better your life and how would you in exchange add value to hers. Because if you're a man, you don't have a lot going for you, you're stuck in your same old routine, you're wanting a woman to come into your life to save you from your own misery. A woman will never, ever be able to do that. You may put that on her, but you will soon find out that that is your job to begin with. So as soon as possible, start living in accordance to the type of man that would be an extreme value add to a woman's life. This may look like you staying committed to your word and showing yourself the importance of this. Not only will this show you can depend on yourself, but for a woman to see that, she is actually going to respect you, honor you, and hold you to high regards because that's the standard of living you have set for yourself. This could also look like deciding on something. A lot of men and women fear commitment. And if you're entering a relationship on the level of fear of actually being able to open yourself to another person, it's going to limit you from actually receiving the fullness of what a relationship can offer. So doing that work right here, right now, becoming curious of why am I afraid to commit? Although I want a relationship, am I just saying that to get myself out of being lonely or isolated? And really be real with yourself, because if it's a yes, then you know that a woman isn't going to be able to provide you with relief. And that leaves you with you. So what can you do in your days that can actually prepare you for becoming the best man possible? The best man for yourself first and foremost, but also how that habit of doing things in your best interest is going to have a woman's best interest in mind as well, because you're doing things that are satisfying and fulfilling to you and not putting other people before you. Because that's not a great habit to take into relationships. And that's how you can actually become very drained and self-depleted as a man if you're only taking care of a woman and completely disregarding yourself. So I really hope in today's video I could encourage you, support you, motivate you, and maybe tap into some deeper truths you needed to hear. And if you guys are wanting any further assistance when it comes to your dating life or honestly any other areas, I do offer one-on-one coaching where we get to work together and address what matters to you in your life, as well as creating healthy, positive changes. So my coaching email will be linked down below. I would love to hear from you. If this video did help you, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot. Give this video a like, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.